on YouTube? It's your boy Sam from Team SamRakeX1 here. Happy... What day is it today? Tuesday? Happy Tuesday? No. Wednesday? I hope you guys are having a wonderful holidays because your boy Team SamRakeX1 is having such a beautiful holiday. Guys, we're ending off this week strong. Literally videos every single day from Monday to Friday. It's gonna be an awesome week. We're gonna start the new year's really strong and end off 2020 on a very strong note. Although the 2020 crush card virus has been taking over the world. Like I said, guys, let's be optimistic and let's hope for a brighter 2021. To be honest, boys and girls, I just literally want to go back to YCS and regionals and just play Yu-Gi-Oh again. Like I miss touching my cards. Like, I don't know if you guys feel the same way as I do, but touching cards, and especially smelling them, is probably the best feeling ever, man. So, I wish I can just touch my cards very soon at a regional table. Anyways, in today's video, since we're ending off the year strong and heading into 2021, we're going to be talking about the top 5 new decks for 2021. So in today's video, I want to talk to you guys about the new decks coming out, the new archetypes coming out, and most importantly, some of the most impactful cards going to be released in today's metagame. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and at the end of the day, this video is going to be very educational for you guys to learn on what's to come for Yu-Gi-Oh! In 2021. And before we dive straight into this video, I have an opening to open on the channel. Give me a second. So this is a poster right here that I ordered from the Create and Cut Lab on Instagram. You know, it's a local shop here in Toronto. I'm trying to support local small businesses as much as possible during this COVID pandemic. And so I decided to reach out to them, and they created this poster for me, and I want to showcase you guys here on the channel. So let's open this up. This is the first time seeing this. Oh, so there's a card. Look at that, quick unboxing. There we go. Fragile, handle with care. Whoa! Here we go! This is it, boys and girls. Oh my God! You guys see that? You guys see that? Oh my God! This is sexy, bro. Oh my goodness, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. Guys. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Guys. Look how beautiful this is. Shout out to the people at the Create and Cut Lab for making me this thing right here, guys. If you're in Toronto or anywhere around the world, support your local small businesses because that's how they're gonna strive, man. If you support them, and this is really awesome. Look at that. I'm gonna hang this on my wall somewhere, and it's gonna be part of my studio from now on. So shout outs to my friend Francesca for giving me this beautiful thing. This is sexy, guys. Smash the thumbs up button. Anyways, let's get started with the top 5 new decks for 2021. All right, guys, let's do it. Okay, so first off, we're starting off the year very strong with Blazing Vortex. Blazing Vortex is going to be coming out at the end of the month, I believe, of January, and the early weeks of February. So these new cards are coming out very soon, and you guys need to know what are some of the cards that's coming out in Blazing Vortex. First and foremost, let's talk about the iconic Dark Arm Dragon archetype that has been retrained and rebranded into something very spectacular. So now instead of having Arm Dragon level 3, 5, 7, and 10, we have Arm Dragon Thunder. So they have evolved from Arm Dragons to Arm Dragon Thunder, and this is what the deck is all about. So basically, Konami is reintroducing the level mechanic back into Yu-Gi-Oh, which is really awesome. So what are some of the new cards that we have when it comes to the brand new Arm Dragon Thunder? So we got Arm Dragon Thunder level 3, Arm Dragon Thunder level 5, Arm Dragon Thunder level 7, and last but not least, Arm Dragon Thunder level 10. These cards are absolutely spectacular, and if you guys do not know what they do, is that all the level 3s to 7s Armed Dragon monster have the ability to send one monster from your hand to the graveyard, then send itself. If you control level 3, you send itself. Control level 5, you send itself. And if you control level 7, you send itself. So you gotta send itself and basically another dragon monster from your hand to the graveyard to trigger off this ability to special an armed dragon monster from your deck in correspondence to their level. So basically level 3, you can send itself and another card. So for example, if you control level 3 Armed Dragon Thunder, you can send itself and send another monster from your hand to the graveyard to special level 5 from the deck. And level 5, you can do the same thing to special level 7 from the deck. And level 7, you guys don't know what it does. It does the same thing, send itself and send another monster from your hand to the graveyard to special level 10. So it keeps climbing up the ranks, which is absolutely phenomenal. Also, they get a bonus effect whenever they're sent to the graveyard to activate a dragon monster's ability. For instance, level 3 lets you draw one card. Level 5 lets you add one level 5 or higher wind dragon monster from your deck to your hand. Guys, what's a level 5 or higher wind dragon monster? Tempest, Dragon Ruler of the Storms. Pretty good, right? And last but not least, level 7 lets you add an Armed Dragon card from your deck to your hand. That's pretty broken. The main goal of this archetype is to bring out Armed Dragon Thunder, level 10, directly from your deck. And once you bring out this card directly from the deck, oh boy, you're in trouble. Armed Dragon level 10 is the main boss monster of the deck and it has a main ability based on the amount of attacks that it has. This card has the ability that reads that if this card was special by the effect of an Armed Dragon monster, it gains these effects based on its own attack. 1+ attack, this card names become Armed Dragon level 10. 10+ attack, possession of this card cannot be switched. 100+ attack, cannot be destroyed by battle. 1000+ attack, once per turn, quick effect, you can send one card from your hand to the graveyard, then target one other card on the field, destroy it. If you do, this card gains 1000 attack. And last but not least, 10,000+ attack, once per turn, you can destroy all other cards on the field. So guys, automatically, once you bring out this card, it's already at 3000 attack. So it basically gains all the attack boosts and the abilities from the 1000+ and below, which is amazing. So all you gotta do is just basically increase its attack so it gets a 10,000+ ability to destroy all other cards on the field, which is absolutely incredible. The main way to boost up level 10 attack is to use Armed Dragon Lightning to boost its attack to gain the most advantage out of its effect. So that's the main way they're going to be able to increase its ability, is using its own effect and also the continuous spell card called Armed Dragon Lightning, which is pretty good. Some of the new supports for this deck is absolutely phenomenal because the deck has its own built-in Monster Reborn, which is the new spell card called the Armed Dragon Blitz, and an E-Tele type card which special summons the Armed Dragon Thunder monster directly from the deck called Armed Dragon Flash. So all these cards are amazing support cards for this brand new archetype called Armed Dragon Thunder, which is absolutely phenomenal. So that's pretty much it for the brand new Armed Dragon archetype. Let's get started with Metalfoes, and that's going to be coming out of Blazing Vortex. Metalfoes, unfortunately, heavy Metalfoes Electromite hasn't gone unleashed off the ban list, which is kind of unfortunate for all Pendulum players. I believe Electromite should have came off this ban list so they can promote Blazing Vortex, but hey, that doesn't mean that Electromite can't come off the ban list on the next ban list, right? So, you never know. Blazing Vortex, heavy Metalfoes Electromite might come back. You never know, you never know. Anyways, here are the Metalfoes monsters that's coming out of Blazing Vortex. Number 1, we got Metalfoes Vanisher, which is a level 9 monster. You guys don't know what happens with level 9 monsters? Yes, they help make the true king of all calamities. And you know what happens with the true king of all calamities? Yeah, you lose the duel. Pretty sad, right? And this card also helps recycle a Metalfoes monster from your graveyard to your hand when a monster you control is destroyed by a card effect. Next, we got Metalfoes Melcaster. This card right here, when it's destroyed on the field, lets you add a Metalfoes Pendulum monster from your extra deck to your hand. Kind of like heavy Metalfoes Electromite, but not really. But it still kind of does similar effects, but not really. There's also a new fusion monster coming out called Azolas. This card upon summon lets you destroy a card, which is another form of disruption for the deck, which is really, really phenomenal. With the new fusion monster comes a new fusion spell card. This fusion spell card is called Para Metalfoes Fusion. Pretty cool, right? This card lets you fusion summon Metalfoes fusion monsters from your extra deck using up to one monster from each your hand, field, and or among face-up pendulum monsters in your extra deck as fusion materials. So instead of fusion summoning from the deck like Shadow Fusion, it lets you fusion summon from your extra deck, which is absolutely phenomenal. And last but not least, we got a new Link monster. Heavy Metalfoes, I don't even know his name because the card is absolute. Alright guys, and that's pretty much it for Blazing Vortex. Let's go on to the structure deck, Ice Barrier. This is gonna get cold. The next deck that's coming out in 2021 is the brand new Ice Barrier structure deck. It's about to get cold in here, boys and girls. Okay, so let's talk about the main cards that's coming out of the Ice Barrier structure deck. Here we go. Number 1 monster is we got General Wayne of the Ice Barrier. What does this card do? Let me tell you. This card is a free special water control an Ice Barrier monster, and it searches an Ice Barrier spawn trap directly from your deck to your hand upon summon. So this card is like a Stratos, you know. Control an Ice Barrier monster, you special summon this card from your hand, and when it's normal summon or special summon, searches a spell trap, Ice Barrier, directly from your deck to your hand, which is pretty awesome, right? Definitely a 3 of in any Ice Barrier deck, hands down. Next, we got Mirror Master of the Ice Barrier. On field, she's a Master Restrict. What? Yeah, she's a Master Restrict, so on the field, your opponent cannot tribute summon. So, you guys know Vanity's Ruler? The card that every single Drytron player is trying to summon out? Yeah, as long as she's on the field, see you, Vanity's Ruler, you can't even summon it. On the field, she also lets you special an Ice Barrier monster directly from your deck by just discarding one card. So, she's on the field, it's a level 4 monster, you can summon her, discard a card, Special Ice Barrier monster directly from the deck. What? Which is also a pseudo massive restrict. Huh? Card's pretty nice. That's what I'm telling you. She's cold. She's cold. Her heart's cold, guys. It's getting freezing in here. Next, we got Vessel Miko of the Ice Barrier. Here we go. Same as General Wayne, if you control an Ice Barrier monster, you special summon this card from your hand. Also, secondary ability lets you generate tokens, which is incredible. You guys don't know what happens to cards that generate tokens. They eventually go on the ban list, but hopefully Vessel Miko survives because it's an Ice Barrier, and Ice Barriers are nice people, okay? Okay, Konami, okay? Last but not least, don't get scared now, but we got a new Trishula fusion monster. Trishula Sub-Zero Dragon of the Ice Barrier. If this card doesn't sound scary, I don't know what it is. Trishula Dragon the Ice Barrier is already scary the way it already is. You know, banish 3 cards, you know, I mean, upon summon. 1 from hand, 1 from field, 1 from graveyard. But this card is Trishula Sub-Zero. You guys know Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat? Yeah, me too. He's pretty scary.
No one beats Sub-Zero.
This is the main boss synchro monsters for the Ice Barrier structure deck. It's a level 11 synchro monster. In level 9, it's a level 11, which is pretty insane. If you guys do not know what this card's ability is, I simply call this card the Dragoon Killer. This card kills Red Eyes or Dark Dragoons like an instant. Like, it just destroys Dragoon, sends him to the Shadow Realm. Upon summon, lets you banish up to 3 cards your opponent controls.
What? Excuse me, please say it again?
Yes, upon summon, it lets you banish up to 3 cards your opponent controls. Do you guys hear the word up to 3 cards? Banishes your opponent controls, it does not target. So, upon summon, you're banishing 3 cards your opponent controls immediately, which does not target. So, good luck. You can banish Dragoons, which is pretty scary. Also, its secondary ability reads that when it dies, you can special summon the regular Trishula from your extra deck or graveyard, and the attacks becomes 3300, and the current attack of any monster your opponent controls becomes halved. Also, their effects are negated. Huh? It dies, special summons a Trish from the graveyard extra deck. Okay. It attacks becomes 3300, makes a monster on the field becomes half, and their effects are negated. Wow. The deck also has a brand new spell card called Clear Wall of the Ice Barrier. This card is also insane, where it reads Monster Reborn. Yeah, it's a built-in Monster Reborn for Ice Barriers, and it's also searchable off General Wayne, which is pretty scary. And last but not least, we got a trap card called Trishula Pulse. It's a trap card, which is another disruption for the deck. If you control an Ice Barrier single monster, I believe, you get to banish a card your opponent controls, which is pretty broken, if you guys were to ask me. So that's all the main cards that I have to talk about today when it comes to the Ice Barrier structure deck. I'm not too sure what are some of the reprints that are coming out in this structure deck. Hopefully they reprint some crazy staples like Evenly Matched Konami, or maybe a Lightning Storm. That's probably too much of a reach. That probably won't happen, but hey, you know, we can hope for the best and be optimistic, right? Anyways, that's pretty much it for the Ice Barrier structure deck. Beware of this deck, and the deck has huge potential, I believe. It does, and yeah, the Sub-Zero Trishula is pretty terrifying and pretty scary, if you guys were to ask me. Next off, I want to talk about some of the new sets that's coming out in the 2021 for Yu-Gi-Oh! First, we got Ghosts from the Past. It's a pretty cool set, which includes Ghostware, which is pretty nice. We can get Blue Eyes Alternative White Dragon as Ghost, which is pretty cool, so I'm excited for that. I don't know if there are going to be any cool new cards released from there, but I know they're reprinting cards like Alternative and making it Ghostware, which is pretty cool. So stay tuned for Ghosts from the Past, which is really, really nice. Let's talk about some of the new archetypes coming out later this year. Later this year, we're getting a set called Ancient Guardians. Ancient Guardians would be similar to Toon Chaos and also Genesis Impact, where there's going to be a lot of collector's rare in that set, which is pretty awesome. Ancient Guardians introduces 3 new themes, okay? We have very little info when it comes to these new archetypes, but let me tell you the basis of these 3 new archetypes. So, the first archetype, I'll showcase you guys a picture. It's like kind of like a cobra and a winged beast and mixed together. I don't know what the combination is, but it's a graveyard-based archetype. On the Konami website, it reads that this new graveyard-based strategy rises to the occasion. Ancient Guardians will also include hard-to-find order cards to help make your graveyard rain with monsters so you can pit them against your opponent. So this deck is going to be a graveyard-based strategy, which is pretty awesome. So hopefully, I don't know, maybe like Inferno, it's kind of like an archetype. I don't know, but that's all the information that they've given us so far on the Konami website. The second archetype, a lot of players will be excited for this, and so is Triff Gaming, because the second archetype is based around pendulum summoning. The second archetype focuses on pendulum summoning and compose a brand new harmony. Pay close attention to the pendulum scales of your monsters and maximize your pendulum summon. Ancient Guardians will also include classic cards for pendulum strategies like Luster Pendulum, Master Pendulum. Last but not least, we got a synchro summoning theme. Looks pretty cool. Here's a picture of that for you guys to take a look. Like, kind of looks like Zeus's brother, or if you guys were to ask me, kind of looks like a Gundam character. Nonetheless, it looks pretty cool. This is all the information that they've given us so far. This is what literally the Konami website says. Finally, a new theme with a spin-on Synchro Summon, so it's cool. It will send a chill down your opponent's spine. Alright guys, now we're on to the last segment, which is important cards to know when it comes to 2021. And there's always going to be new cards coming out, but these cards will literally change the game as a whole. First and foremost, let's talk about the cards coming out of Blazing Vortex called Pot of Disparity. This is by far probably one of the best pot cards ever released, and here's why. If you guys don't know what this card's effect does, this is this card's ability. Pot of Disparity. Banish 3 or 6 cards from your extra deck face down. Excavate cards from the top of your deck equal to the number of banished. Add one of them to your hand. Also, place the rest to the bottom of your deck in any order. For the rest of this turn, after this card resolves, any damage your opponent takes is half. You cannot draw any cards by card effects for the turn you activated this card. You can only activate one Pot of Disparity per turn. So a lot of you guys are comparing this to Pot of Extravagance. It's kind of similar, but I'm going to tell you guys a reason why this card is better than all the pot cards out there so far. So this card lets you choose which extra deck monster to banish. You can either choose 3 or 6. Alright, most importantly, I'll banish 6 cards from my extra deck. The really good thing about this is that you get to choose. So any crappy fusion monster that you don't want to use, you can just banish them. Or multiples of the ones you already have, you can choose to banish them. It's not random. Do you guys know when you play Dinos and you only play 2 or 3 Delcos in your extra deck and you Pot of Extravagance and you banish all 2 or 3 of your Delcos? Yeah, this ain't gonna happen because you get to choose to banish your cards in your extra deck, which is absolutely phenomenal. And then you reveal 6 cards. If you banish 6 face down, you get to see the top 6 cards of your deck, and you get to choose one to add to your hand. So it's double positive duality, which doesn't have a drawback of positive duality at all. So in Dinos, for example, yes, that's the deck I'm going to be using in today's video. Imagine you just missing one combo piece, and you get to look 6 cards deeper into your deck, and you can choose any one of those cards to add to your hand. If that's not broken, I don't know what it is. The fact you get to choose Extravagance and Desires, yeah, you're drawing 2, but you're drawing 2 completely random cards. So if you draw 2 bricks, those 2 draws are completely useless. Whereas Pot of Disparity lets you guaranteed the combo pieces. And now in today's metagame, guess what, guys? You only need 1 card to combo off. So if you see the top 6 cards of your deck with Pot of Disparity, you just gotta pick one of them, add it to your hand, and then you pretty much have full combo, right? Sometimes all you need is 1 Fossil Dig. So yeah, Pot of Disparity is very nice. And this will be one of the most meta-defined cards for any deck that doesn't utilize the extra deck. Or it can be pretty good for decks that use the extra deck too, because you get to choose now, okay? It's not random. You get to choose the cards you banish, which is really good. You get to choose both time. Choose the cards you banish and choose the cards you pick up, which is insane. So this card is a card that you got to watch out for 100,000%. So Pot of Disparity is broken. Number 2, we got Crossout Designator. Oh my god. This card is game-changing, okay? If you guys are ever wondering why Call by the Grave is at 1, well, here's why. Because they're trying to promote Crossout Designator. If you guys do not know what this card does, declare 1 card name, banish 1 card with that name from your deck, and if you do, until the end of this turn, its effects are negated, as well as the activated effects and effects on field of cards with the same original name. You can only activate 1 Crossout Designator per turn. If I were to tell you that this card can negate your opponent's impermanence, how would you feel? You summon a monster, let's say you summon Tour Guide, activate effect, they chain impermanence. Oh, Crossout Designator, banish your own impermanence, that impermanence is negated. Sorry. Oh, your opponent tries to Nibiru you. Oh, Crossout Designator, banish your Nibiru from the deck. Hey, your opponent's Nibiru is negated. Oh, you're trying to Ash me? Oh, activate Crossout Designator, banish the Ash from my deck. Bye, Ash. That's why Call by the Grave is at 1. This card is so good. It's gonna 100% be one of those cards that's gonna be in everybody's deck, especially if you're playing combo, right? So this card is broken. And last but not least, I want to talk about this brand new fusion monster called El Rey Conquista Eldritch. It's it requires 1 Eldritch monster plus 1 level 5 or higher zombie monster. So its effect reads that this card name becomes Eldritch, the Golden Lord Wilds in the monster zone. Cannot be destroyed by battle or card effect. You contribute 1 zombie monster and target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls. Take control of it, and it cannot attack or activate its effect until the end of this turn. So it's like a snatch steal, but forever. And Eldritch did not get touched on the balance whatsoever, so easily being able to make this card is absolutely insane for Eldritch. You summon this card, you basically just steal an opponent's monster forever, and your opponent doesn't get it back, unless the duel is finished, of course. The next card I want to talk to you guys about is number F0 Utopic Future Dragon. We honestly don't have an initial release date for this card when it comes to 2021, but I'm 100% certain that this card is going to be coming out in 2021, 100,000%. So basically this card is a broken Xyz monster
with the effects that reads, you can also XC summon this card using a number F0 Utopic Future you control as material. Transfer as material to this card. This card cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. Once per turn, when your opponent activates a monster effect, quick effect, you can detach one material from this card, negate the activation, then if your opponent controls that monster, take control of it. So this card is literally a monster negate and a snatch steal built in one, which has 3,000 attack and 2,000 defense. So especially decks like Phantom Knights can utilize this card the most. Decks that can spam XCs, especially decks that have access to number F0 Utopic Future, can easily make this card. So this card is definitely a card you gotta watch out for, and it's gonna be one of the most broken cards that's gonna be coming out in 2021. It's alright guys, so the last card I want to talk to you guys about before we end off this video is the brand new Link monster that's going to be coming out in 2021. We don't have a release date on this card, but I guarantee you it's going to come out in 2021. So, Boar and Dragon, attack 3,500. It's a Link 5 monster, which requires 3+ effect monsters to summon this card. So, guys, like every Boar Lord, Boar Dragon, this card cannot be destroyed by battle card effect. Also, neither player can target this card with monster effects, already broken. This card can attack all monsters your opponent controls once each. So, it's 3,500. What's a monster that's 3,500 that's similar to this card? Yes, my boy, Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. So this card is a Link monster which anybody can have access to, built-in Tyranno for everybody's extra deck, which is insane. Quick effect, you can target one effect monster on the field and one rocket monster in the graveyard. Negate the effects of that monster on the field, and if you do, special that monster from the grave. Your opponent can activate cards or effects in response to this card's activation. Guys, this card's broken. So imagine having Rocket Tracer in your graveyard. You negate an opponent's monster on the field, just like an Imperm or Effect Wheeler. Special back Rocket Tracer from the grave. Extend and explode your combo plays even further. This card is really good for OTKs, and it's really good at clearing boards. This card is absolutely broken.
We got new decks coming out, and I'll definitely keep you guys in a loop and updated. So make sure you guys have your notification bells turned on to get notified each time I upload videos. Thank you guys so much for watching. And here were the top 5 new decks for 2021. Let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know what you're excited about for 2021. Hit in the comment section below. Guys, smash thumbs up button, subscribe if you guys haven't. And it's your boy Sam from Team Sam signing out. Alright guys, peace.